And I have a very important person here next to me, and his name is Willem Jan, and in English is Willem Jan.
William John.
William Jan is a very, very important man, and I've asked him to come here today so I can ask him some questions, very important questions. And he's he's written a lot of books, and also he's a very spiritual person, and he knows how to explain about his life, how he comes in this world, and how he comes in all the books that he has written in his life. But I want you, if you can, to tell the world who you are and what are you doing.
My name is Willem Jan van der Wetering.
All right.
I started my career in the pop music. I was manager of a band. The band was famous in Europe. And then I started a pop magazine, the Hitkrant, which is quite well known in Holland. And after that I was president of a record company.
Wow.
And then I was fed up with everything.
Everything.
A lot happens in your life, and then you're going to think, what is happening?
What is happening, right.
Ain't there more than
it's more than
I
that.
can see now.
Right.
And that was the moment that I went on a search for who am I, and that was the time that I studied the Enneagram.
All right.
The Enneagram is a 5,000-year-old system, which is incredible.
Right.
I study it every day because after a year I thought that I knew it, but after 25 years I can say that I'm still searching.
You're still searching.
And the Enneagram, this is the symbol of the Enneagram.
Right.
And it is about 9 types, but it's a typology, most well known. Everybody has one dominant type, but you're everything.
You're everything.
So my courses are based on how can you become everything. What is your real talent?
Your real talent.
But it's also a spiritual model. So this book is the spiritual Enneagram.
All right.
It's the search for how you can grow spiritually.
Grow in your spiritual
that's the book
way of life.
And I studied 3 years to write this book, to get all the information together. It's an amazing. Travel.
You can also see here is the way of life, is the way that you grow in your positive way of life. What I see here, and I see also the aura. You know the aura for your book. A lot of people in the world knows what is aura. It's green and white. The green means you are growing. You are growing in your new way of life, and also there's also a lot of angels are with you. Are with you to help you at this moment what you want. Bye. Okay, tell us more about all what you have done.
The 80% of the people is not who we think he is,
right?
But is something else. There are talents, and in the typology, a type that is your original type, but the influence from outside, what happens in your life, make you change from character.
All right.
So it's shocking that 80% of the people is not who he thinks he is.
That's true.
But is not searching for who he is because he thinks that he is who he is.
Right.
So that it's shocking for me. So what I do is let people find out who they really are.
Right.
What is your real talent? What is your mission? What is the purpose of your life? What are your goals?
Right.
But 80% doesn't use all the talent they have
No.
because they think they are somebody else.
Right, and they think that well, you know, there's a lot of nervous in people. There's a lot of people have that kind of talent, but they don't bring it outside because they are afraid to use their mind, that people will laugh at them. But I saw when we were on the bus, I saw that you are a very intelligent person, and you are someone that you want to do it. You go for it. You go 100% in your work. Well, okay, tell me more about this book. You have written about 48 books in your life.
Yeah.
My God, I have only one, and I try to write the second one. I never come there, but you manage 48 books in your life. You are the same as Joan Collins and everyone, and Jackie Collins. And you know, Jackie Collins is one of my favorite, but she has written a lot of books just like you. Just like you, I admire you.
She sold more.
But you have 48, but it's coming up again.
Well, this is the bestseller. It's in Holland. It's over 60,000 copies now sold, and it was a bestseller because I was in Big Brother.
In Big Brother
television program.
Yeah.
They interviewed me about what was happening in the house, and that made the book sell incredibly. So that was fantastic for the Enneagram.
This is also the changing of life.
Yeah.
The changing of life, because it's Dutch, but it's written in Dutch. But you can also translate also in English. If you want to translate in English, you can look on the internet, and what's in here is in Dutch, and you can also read it in English. But you have to search on the internet. Okay, this is the code. This is the other book of yours.
Yeah, there are 9 Enneagram. Kind of Enneagrams.
Right.
There is an Enneagram of angels.
Of angels, okay.
Yeah, and that is incredible what they tell about you. Well, for instance, type 9, that is the type that is on top of the Enneagram. The angel is Michael.
Michael, okay, Michael.
Yeah, Michael. And Michael tells you to
stop. The coder. He gives you the coder. He gives you the way. He gives you the way how you bring your book outside the world.
Yeah, and it also says that that you make steps and make choices.
Okay.
So he gives you the sword.
Yeah, the swords of life and love.
Yeah.
All right. Willem Jan, can you please tell me about your way when you were in the pop music before you stop, after you stop? Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, well, and the pop music was a great time, of course, but it's empty.
Empty.
It's about nothing.
Nothing.
I did in Holland Love, Frizzle Sizzle.
Oh, Frizzle Sizzle also.
Roberto Giacchetti and the Scooters.
Really?
But it's entertainment, which is good.
Yeah, but it's good.
But then your interest is in coming in something else.
Yeah, right.
And I got in a personal crisis, a divorce.
Yeah, right.
I was ill, and I got the illness that my father died of when I was young. So then you're going to look, who am I? What is my real strength? What's going on in my life? And so I was looking in America.
Yeah.
And for new trends and things that is happening there, and I found one book of the Enneagram.
Enneagram.
And I read it about type 7, the adventurer, and I thought that I was unique. There is no second like me in the world, but my whole behavior was in the book.
In the book, right.
So I came back in Holland, very enthusiastic about the Enneagram, but nobody knew what it was.
What it was, nobody.
So I went back to America because you can study it on 2 universities, Stanford and Berkeley. So I went to Berkeley University, studied the Enneagram, and then I wrote my first book, because there was no book in Dutch.
No.
So I wrote a book, and since that time there happened a lot with the Enneagram.
Right.
I came in Big Brother, I came in all kinds of television programs to explain behavior of people, what's happening.
Right.
So now I'm watching Expedition Robinson.
Me too. That's one of my favorites.
And you see
a lot of changing in people.
Famous people,
right.
you see them in the wild.
In the wild.
So how they behave.
You're right.
So it's very cute to see how how it is in the Enneagram.
All right, the Enneagram, they bring you a lot of energy in the world. The Enneagram tells you what is your life, what is the beginning from your life and not the end of your life. But you have more talent that you want to show the world.
Yeah. But also it tells you what is your process.
Right.
It's a process model.
Right.
So you see, it's 9 steps.
Right. 9
in a
steps.
Process. So what is your next step? If you know where you are, you know what to do.
Right, but the next step, I think, the next step that will never end. The next step is you want to do more in your life. Okay, the age has nothing to do with our life and who you are and who you are in life to let the world knows that talent of yours. But I admire you that you managed to wrote a lot of book, and I think I'm a little jealous because I wanted to finish my other book and never come there because I never have time.
Yeah.
But I heard you telling me that you've been to America, right?
Yeah.
I believe also you've been to America, and you was in between the Indian. How do you please explain the world when you were in that kind of life, in the Indian life of spiritual dancing and all that. Can you explain that to the world?
Yeah, America is a great part of the world because it has a different energy.
Right.
America is in the Enneagram a tree, the winner.
Right.
So that's because not only people are Enneatype, but also countries. But America is so big that you see there has been happening a lot, especially with the Indians.
With the Indians, yeah.
And if you come near the Indian properties, like the Navajo Indian Reservation or the Hopi, you feel a different energy.
Yes.
And it's very spiritual.
And very strong.
Especially in Arizona.
Yeah.
There are some very spiritual places. And in the Rocky Mountains, it's great to be there.
It's one of my favorite places. I want to see the Rocky Mountains. So you've been there to the Rocky Mountains. Can you please tell more about the Rocky Mountains, what you feel there?
Well, it's wild. It's big.
But you like the wild way of life.
You can drive for hours and get no radio station because you can't receive it.
Right. But you don't need the radio. When you are in that wild life, you don't need the radio.
There is nothing. So my car broke down.
Yeah.
Near the Navajo Indian Reservation. So I passed a car half an hour before. So I stopped the car. Because you are in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere.
So he brought me to a restaurant, and I said, "Can I use the telephone?" And he said, "Do you think we have got a telephone here? We are 150 miles from any living soul. There is nothing."
There's nothing, but that changed your life. Since you've been there, that changed your life. The telephone and television is not that important in life. Love is important, and connecting your energy with the local people, and they change your life. I think they change your life when you were between the Indians.
Yeah, it is, because you feel the history.
Right.
You feel the spirituality, and a lot of the problem is booze.
Booze, yeah.
With the Indians.
Right.
So there is. We, the white people, have brought a lot of very bad things to the Indians.
But the Indians people are very clever, you know. That the white people brings the booze to the Indians, and the Indians gave him their spiritual energy that they can use it to expand in the world. Yeah. And the booze tells you then how you bring yourself in the love way of expanding your life. isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I did a course with the Indians for a shamanistic healer.
Okay.
So they learned me how to do that.
How to do that? It's great.
Great.
It's
fantastic.
great. Right. And
they can heal.
Do you have a wish? Do you have a wish to go back to America? Do you want to stay? Do you want to spend a couple of years in America with your beautiful wife?
If I could make any money there, I would live there.
Right. I tell you one thing. I heard you saying, if I could make a lot of money. Money is energy.
Yeah.
All right? When you say, if I could make more money to go there, don't say that anymore. If you say that you gonna how to say, you gonna stop the energy from money, you will never get nowhere. You use your energy. You gonna say, I want to be there, and I'm going there, and and the money are coming streaming to me, and it's gonna happen, my dear.
Thanks.
It's gonna happen because I believe in you. I really believe in you. Your heart is very how do you say it now? Your heart is very clean.
Oh, thank you.
Very, very clean heart, and I love to interview you. I would love to spend a lot of time with you, because it's not because of what you have done in life, because I respect you. I respect you for all the things you have done, and you wanted to do more. It's going to happen, but I think you're gonna write a lot of book. I think your book gonna be the 70th book of yours, and then you're gonna stop.
Oh.
And I'm gonna ask you another question, very, very quick. Have you ever wanted to stay in Holland long? Because you are Dutchman.
Yeah. Yeah, I write in Dutch.
Right.
And I'm very good with language.
I know.
With the Dutch language.
With the Dutch language,
I love the Dutch language.
I know,
so
I love it too.
That's what keeps me here.
What keeps you.
And there is a lot to do here.
Right. Didn't you think that when you were divorced, that your life was changed in a spiritual and in a spiritual way of life, and also the wisdom that wisdom opened to you?
Yeah.
Didn't you think that?
Yeah. Yeah,
thank God.
Right.
There's everything is from the angels, and also who you believe in. It helps you in your way.
Yeah.
I'm glad you are here today. Really, I have time with you, and the sun shines here in Holland.
I'm honored to be here.
Me too. Is honored to know you too, and honored to be here with you. And wherever you are in the world, and you want to read this book of Willem Jan, look on the internet, and there's a lot to tell about himself, and a lot to tell about the spiritual way of life, and I know it is going to happen with him. I know what he wants is going to happen. And thank you for watching us, and please keep on touching in our YouTube, and don't hesitate about anything, because everything is love. Thank you for watching us. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Het is de dag. Interview een bijzonder vrouw vandaag. Een vrouw dat heeft heel veel talent in leven. En zij heet Mira Braak. Mira, welkom vandaag.
Dankjewel.
Leuk te hebben jou hier.